Hello, everybody, and welcome to Somebody's Heroes. We are back with the Ravencourt. I'm Eric, I'm the Dungeon Master.
Hello, I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and Don't Kill My Character, and I am Guardian Miasyn.
Hey there, everyone. This is Yuri, at Yuri and the Beast everywhere on the internet, and I am playing Morwen Sanature.
What's up, geeks? I'm Joe from New Age Geeks. You can call me everywhere, New Age Cosplay, where I do cosplay stuff, though really poorly. I'm playing Verdeth, the arch-druid who is just sad now, because he's nothing left in life.
And I'm Jonny. I am talking XP on the internet. I run Daggerheart, so find me on Talking XP. I'm playing Solarian. Solarian is a arch vampire, I guess is a great way to say that. He's an ascended vampire that is slowly losing his humanity that he tried to hold on to for so long.
Yep. You're actually what's called a vampire.
Vampire.
Vampirr.
Ooh.
That's what all the top of their bloodline ones are called these days.
Well, that's me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sean, and I will be playing Hivind. You can find me all across the internet at Help Action Needed.
And hi, I'm Jem. I will be playing Faeril, and you can find me everywhere on the internet as Jimaginative.
Miasyn, you've emerged from your cocoon, for lack of a better term, just a day or so ago. You've been working on getting a couple of other affairs in order, but now it's time for you to set up your plan to take out the minions.
So, in their minds, Solarian, Morwen, and Verdeth will all receive the message. Hello, Solarian, Morwen, and Verdeth. I am ready to move forward with the plan to recover the Frozen North and Ancient Grove from Oral. Let's meet in my community center in Solasend at noon tomorrow. Thank you.
With it being a sending spell, the three of you do have the ability to send back a response real quick. A sending-like spell.
Yeah, more so than a sending spell. This is Miasyn using her new powers to just reach out to minds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or you can feel that you've reached Morwen's mind and that she heard you. But there is no response.
Yes, I will see you there.
Looking forward to it. And so Solarian will get that, looking forward to it, and Verdeth will just get that. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay. The next day, Morwen, Verdeth, Solarian, you guys arrive at the community center. You get escorted back into the meeting room where the 6 chairs are. I presume, correct me if I'm wrong, but Verdeth, you sit in your chair, the one with the V etched in the back.
Correct.
Okay. Solarian, Morwen, which chairs would you like? There's...
There are chairs.
It's in the same chair I said every time I come here, and it's the one with the M on it.
Of course you would.
Yup.
There is one with an S if Solarian wishes to take that one.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And the three of you are in here for a moment before Miasyn makes an appearance. So, the three of you are in here. Go ahead and take it away.
I think that Morwen, when they came in, there are staff or there are other people, and she would have found somebody or the first person that was unfortunate enough to cross her path. She would have asked to be brought some wine. Essentially, she, after sitting down and waiting for her wine, would very pointedly not be looking at Solarian. And her and Verdeth haven't had the most pleasant of interactions either. And so you see Morwen just sitting there, and after it is brought, sipping on her wine, not making an effort to make conversation or even acknowledge either of them.
So, Verdeth is going to just be sitting back in his chair, smoking his pipe, just enjoying his evening, and just going to send Munin over to Morwen, just to peck on our glass.
I think she ignores it best she can, honestly. She considers just putting a sort of force cage around herself, or a wall of force or something, but she just ignores it.
I think Solarian is just patiently waiting. And I think he's just inspecting his new body that he can see through True Sight and Verdeth can see. Not giving a care that there's no conversation between Morwen and Solarian. Expecting no conversation with Verdeth. I'm just waiting.
And after an appropriate amount of time,
At that
and
point,
awkwardness, Miasyn shows up after you guys have had 3 glasses of wine, couple of meads, whatever your beverages of choice are.
an illusion of Miasyn will appear in the room, very clearly an illusion copy of her. She's not trying to trick any of you. And it looks the way that you are used to her looking, this winter Eladrin form. And she just says, I can get Munin his own glass if you'd like.
I think he's made a bond with Morwen. I think that's why he's so intrigued with her glass.
Well,
Just drops a pebble or something in front of her.
well, it is good to see you all again. Thank you for coming back.
See us? Are you here?
I am.
This is the same trick that you used last time that we had a meeting.
I don't
Yes.
mean for it to be a trick. It just... And she looks at Verdeth for a moment. My transformation is complete, and I look a bit different. It might be startling.
Ah. Well, looks like it's 2 of us. And he'll drop his transformation, which then Morwen would see blood red eyes and black hair that almost looks like stringy. And he is just a lot more... He has an aura around him all the time because, I mean, he is a paladin, but, this aura is different. It's... If you didn't know that he was on your side, it would be a little frightening, for sure. His eyes can pierce through, and almost as if they can look into your soul. And his teeth are longer and sharper. So,
Well, it certainly seems like we have some catching up to do.
well, I've shown you mine.
Alright then. And the illusion will dissipate, and teleporting into the room will be Miasyn. She still has influence of winter. She is still wearing a certain mask that just looks like icicles across her face, concentrated around her eyes. But her hair, instead of being snow white, is pink, and where there were just two braids wrapped through it before, there are multiple braids wrapping all around. Her skin is not the blue that you're used to. It's somewhere between blue and pink, probably more of a purple, with the frost elements still on her skin. And her outfit has changed as well. She wears a coat of pink with blue and purple and white. It is a mix of snow and alien brain, for lack of a better term, is the aesthetic here.
Well, it's nice to see you in person, Miasyn.
And I will say, before she appeared this way, she did reach out with minds to the rest of the community center to just ensure that no one else was going to come into this room, and she will keep ensuring that no one enters this space. The view of this version of Miasyn is just for the people who are here right now.
So, you called us.
Yes. So, as we know, Oral and the presence of her Titan have been causing harsher conditions for the people of the frozen north. And you were with me in the mountain to know that this is also a personal matter. She does have a friend of mine. There are threats that work for Oral that I would like taken care of, so that Oral herself will be easier to take on. The first, Verdeth is very familiar with, a Titan of Ice that exists off the northern coast of the ancient grove that we visited together earlier. And the other is Oral's son, a demigod, and someone that was in the same party with Verdeth, my friend Faeril from under the mountain, and I, once upon a time. Hivind, who has taken on Winter's wrath and exists in a demiplane. Now my thought is that Verdeth and your circle can take on the Titan, and Solarian, if you are willing, could take on Hivind. If it is possible to do these at the same time, they will not be able to help each other, and perhaps I can also gain an audience with Oral during it, so that she does not become a problem for any of you as well.
Well, count me in. More divinity for me.
More divinity.
Yes. Orcus was delicious.
Well then. Congratulations, I guess.
Well, thank you. Consider your target killed.
At that, Miasyn's going to look at Verdeth and see how he responds to that phrasing of our once friend, and perhaps Verdeth's still friend, even being killed.
I think there's a questioning look that crosses his face, but if this is what Miasyn wants, then...
Miasyn, if Verdeth doesn't say anything out loud, will just then turn to Morwen. Morwen, if you would like to be in either of these locations for any of these encounters, I also have taken the time to infuse the gift that you gave me and wanted to see you again to ensure that all power that I used to make our deal is now mine, completely and fully, and our deal will be kept.
I would not, if you remember, I said that in exchange, I would aid you in the fight with Oral, should you require my assistance to be there to fight them. All of this does not fall under our deal.
I understand.
We are not fighting Oral themselves, and so I do not find a need to aid with everything else.
I understand that what I have presented are steps to fighting Oral. So then, may I clarify that when we do take this to Oral, you will be at my side.
And so shall I be.
Excellent. I do believe then it may be in your best interest to assist with these steps, as it will make the ultimate battle against Oral more weighed in our favor. However, I do acknowledge the deal that we made and your role in it having been fulfilled.
I don't think Morwen wants to be with me. It's okay. I don't need you.
We're more than happy to have you join us, Morwen.
I would rather be dead.
Well, it seems very
That
much
can be
has
arranged.
happened. Actually, it cannot. Part of the deal that I mentioned between myself and Morwen is that I am ensuring her immortality.
Oh,
So-
well, I would ensure immortality.
Fascinating.
And you would notice, Miasyn, that she is glaring daggers at Solarian.
It does seem like much has happened since I have been occupied. Is there anything I should know?
Nothing that concerns you, I suppose, or affects any of your plans in any way. So do not worry.
Well then,
And, Solarian, I would ask for you to do the same to this demigod, but as we both know, you do not know how to keep your word. So I won't even bother.
Well, I'll try.
well then allow me to take the conversation in a bit of a different direction for just a moment. Many members of our current Ravencourt are on their way out, and perhaps will not be part of the Ravencourt for much longer. Myself much likely included in that. Morwen and Solarian, you may very well find yourselves as the most senior members of the Ravencourt soon, if you intend to stay with it. Do you?
Of course. Why would I leave? It is important to have powerful friends.
I have not changed my mind about continuing to be a part of the Ravencourt.
Well then, do you know perhaps if Link also intends to stay on?
I have no doubt he will. He finds all of this entirely too much fun.
Where is he, anyways?
Not one that has been involved with these plans against Oral so far, but someone that I would not have trouble bringing in.
Him.
Well, he did not join us under the mountain. He has not been part of this so far, but I would not say that I would refuse his help if he would like to join in.
No. I'd rather take on whatever this person's name is.
His
Oh,
name
my-
is Even.
Even.
Of course you would.
Right.
So be it then, and we can settle the business of that meeting, but perhaps there would be another one in our future to discuss the Ravencourt and some machinations of it that you would be taking on as the new senior leaders. But let's ensure that we are...
Leaders.
What about the term sits with you?
Just that you added an S at the end of that.
I was about to say, you see, Solarian here doesn't know how to share.
Well, I am aware that Vaelith has fancied himself as the somewhat leader of the Ravencourt all these years, and certainly the host of most meetings. There is a court that has existed behind the Ravencourt, and it is made up of its longest members and those who have proven immortality, a recognition that we would be on the Ravencourt together for quite a long time. And it seems that the entirety of this Forever Court will be moving on, which means that a new Forever Court of newly immortal members would be needed. Ravencourts come and go throughout the years, but there are 3 of us who have been there for quite some time.
Well, I guess that we're gonna have to be a part of that then, aren't we, Morwen?
I suppose we are.
And let me just make clear that being members of the Forever Court does not mean that you agree with the other members of the Forever Court. It is...
Well, that's why we have a court, so that we can bring our differing opinions to the table.
Exactly. And it is even more secret than the Ravencourt, and even more of a rule to not discuss it. However, Vaelith and I are on the same page that it is time to bring you in. So
I look over to Verdeth, at that,
we have our majority.
Well,
I'm not on the Ravencourt or the Forever Court.
I guess
Nope.
you're an honorary member of the Forever Court then, Verdeth? Unless
I have friends
Miasyn
everywhere.
Miasyn is only extending the invitation to the 2 of us.
Well, I'm definitely not immortal, so...
Could have fooled me.
Immortality is in fact a requirement of it. And I have broken many rules for Verdeth in the past. He will always be an exception.
So sweet.
Well then, fighting. Is there anything that either of you require from me before going into your battles, and what can the timeline be? I would love if it can happen in tandem, but I understand that we are busy people with many things going on.
The only thing that I need from you is a time and a place.
I will also be able to transport you there. I suppose Verdeth could as well. The place will be a demiplane of ice. The physical realization of Winter's wrath. It is a demiplane that even should very much have control of. He will certainly be at a home plane advantage.
Well, he'll need all the advantages he can have, because I doubt he'll stand a chance.
I do admire your confidence, Solarian.
Morwen rolls her eyes.
I would request and welcome, with my powers being what they are, having the full abilities of myself and the Elder Brain combined under my own power. Solarian, you are the only one in this room who I do not have a door with. A door allows me to see and hear whatever you would like to share with me at any points that you would like, communicate with you at any times that you would like to allow it, and also shut me out anytime you do not want my presence. it will make it easier for me to coordinate what is happening and communicate between you and Verdeth in your separate locations, should anything arise requiring it. And also it does give you the benefit of I can only communicate with you and your mind as you allow.
Can I do an insight check against you and make sure that that's actually a real thing?
Sure.
Okay. Specifically the you can take me out whenever. That is a 21.
Okay. I guess I do roll. Okay, I don't... Should I say the number that I got?
Just pass or fail. Just let them know whether you passed or failed.
I'll let you know that you fully believe what I'm saying is true. And I did also say that you are the only one in the room without this, so you do have Verdeth and Morwen available to you if you would like to verify that.
Sure. If we're going to begin communication during this mission, then I might as well have a little friend up there telling me what to do.
Alright then. And Miasyn will hold out her hand to you.
He holds out his.
And as you take Miasyn's hand, you are brought into this mindscape. And Miasyn will say, create your door. Show me what it will look like. What is the door to your mind that will sit inside of mine?
You see
While
him
you're
creating.
In there, you see 6 other doors.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
see him creating this this heavenly door, this golden this golden metal gate, and
Can Miasyn sense that it's almost false?
when it starts to glow this nice, almost like the sun, he looks at it and says, no, that's not right. And then he twists his hand, and then it turns into this, like, blood begins to flow down onto the ground as the gates begin to turn to that blood, and out from the bottom, these bones begin to rise up, all bloodied. And then in the center is a door that is made of teeth. Vampiric teeth. And he says, beautiful. There
That
you
one will work. Yes. I'm glad you found it. Welcome, Solarian. And the vision pulls back to the room that we are in with Miasyn holding the hand. Actually, before that happens, is the door open or shut?
It's shut for now.
Miasyn then, before leaving, will just knock on the door. And you feel it in your mind, an invitation to open up. And she will say, that is what it will feel like if I am trying to reach you and communicate with you. You can choose how far to open it, if it's just enough for us to speak, or if it's enough to show me what you are seeing or hearing.
I'll open up the door, and inside you just see person after person after person after person that he's turning into his soldiers, his vampires. You just see and hear screams and blood and death. And then he closes it and says, noted.
Is that at your keep in the frozen north?
Yes, isn't it lovely this time of year?
Not quite the way that I have kept my own people, but as I will be leaving the frozen north and you seem to be expanding your presence within it, perhaps another conversation for us at a later time.
Of course.
Much has changed since we spoke on your balcony. But it was necessary change, and we're both stronger.
Absolutely. Welcomed, change.
I'm glad you're stepping into your new self.
Thank you. So kind of you.
Well, I also hope we don't completely lose those people who spoke on the balcony. And at that point, I think the vision comes back to standing in the community center, just holding each other's hands. And within that time, less than a minute would have passed for Verdeth and Morwen.
He takes his hand back.
She just nods to you. Well, Solarian is set. Verdeth, is there anything that you need of me?
Not that I can think of, Miasyn.
Alright. As far as getting Solarian to Hivind demiplane, I know that is a door that you can open. I could perhaps connect them through both of their doors that I hold in my mind. But perhaps that is more of an escape route than an entry point.
I can give Solarian. Are you able to teleport at will, or?
Yes.
I can give you a focus for the realm. I have visited there before and made that connection. Though if I'm going to be facing off against the Titan, I would prefer to be able to keep as many high-level spell slots as possible.
I agree with both of you going into battle. I would prefer for you to be at your fullest, so I could handle the teleport through the focus. Between the focus and the doors, it should not be a problem.
Wonderful.
All right, then.
Solarian,
Yes.
do you mind if I watch this time? For purely
Absolutely.
scientific purposes, of course.
Please do.
Would you like to watch with me, Morwen? Perhaps we can...
I think I will be heading back. I have ideas. And she is going to go ahead and wave her hand, and there is this, it's like the tip of a pin. You with your true sight can see it, obviously, but you know that looking at this would be invisible to everyone else, and it's really so tiny, and it'll just float on your shoulder. I can do nothing through it, only observe.
Well, I thought you were going to be there. This will do.
If ever necessary, I can connect visions and communication through the doors that you all have. But I do understand the preference to use power that is completely your own.
I don't think Morwen would like me in her mind.
No, not at all.
Well then, is there anything else for us now?
Not from me. I'll stand up.
Alright, I will reach out to Vaelith and, well, you are both verified for this Ravencourt. I will also see about Link, and perhaps a future conversation will be in order to further discuss just what the Ravencourt membership means.
Wonderful. Have a good evening,
And-
everyone.
Should you ever need to reach out to me, all any of you need to do is knock or open your doors.
Solarian teleports away.
Morwen sits there and finishes the rest of her wine before standing up, looking at the two of you, and just walking out of the door.
As you get up, Munin will just kind of hop over to Miasyn and kind of climb up on her shoulder as Verdeth stands up. Ravencourt people really are selfish assholes. Just walk over to a window, hop out, and call for Munin, and just turn into a rock and fly away.
I think Miasyn stands at that window for a very long time, thinking about what Verdeth said and how much has changed between them over the years. And she touches the necklace she wears, which is now and forevermore a purple pink. And then she will disappear back into the lair that once belonged to her source and now fully belongs to her. And she will continue to watch.
Okay. Faeril, you just got dropped off at the front doors of an ice palace, and it is freezing cold outside. And Oral was standing right next to you. You look back to where they were standing. They're not there anymore. You thought you were doing this together. Apparently not. However, they did knock on the door for you. And you hear a lumbering sound as a pair of giant footsteps just thudding across the ice inside the palace. Thump, thump, thump. Then the door opens. This ice giant. Not frost, ice. Just... Master Even's expecting you. And just opens the door and steps off to the side.
I'll silently follow the giant and enter.
And the giant then walks over and brings you to where Even is. And where would we find Even today?
I imagine if we're inside, probably overlooking like a training area that's got like swimming pools that have water that's like far below sub-zero but still haven't frozen, like statues and gym equipment made out of ice, but also just around the Colosseum a bunch of frozen statues of people who have come to fight him in the past. Not statues as in ice carved into their visage, but people frozen in ice outlining this Colosseum.
Then
Faeril's gonna take notice of that as she walks up, and her first thing she says is, I like what you've done with the place.
Oh, thank you. It's been a long time since I had a visitor, but based on the knock, I didn't think it'd be you. Not that you're unwelcome. Just thought someone else would finally show up.
Surprise. It's been a while.
It's been a while. You're not dead. It's good to see.
Nope, definitely not. Not yet, anyway. But, I did get a little help from your mother.
Of course you did. After centuries, still picking you. But I don't hold it against you. She's who she is. And I've made my own name. I don't need her. I have an entire realm that's mine. And sometimes people find it. And very rarely do they leave.
Are these some of the visitors?
They are given a fair chance. Anyone, well, not anyone, but most of the ones that come here think that they can beat me in a fair, arm-to-arm, sword-to-sword, whatever fight. And the offer is those who succeed, I will give them whatever they ask, and those who lose, join the gallery. And the foolishness of man, they all think that they can win.
Don't we all? Well, I have spent enough time frozen. I do not intend to become a member of your gallery, but I do come here seeking your assistance.
And what means this time?
Hopefully, the last time. But the friends in my army grow restless, and there's a rot that needs to be cut out.
Mm-hmm.
A lesson that needs to be taught.
And you're planning to teach it, I imagine?
Yes. All I need from you is, I guess, some assistance with transport.
And I see that she was brave enough to bring you here to ask for help, but not brave enough to show her face to the transport. Sure. What's the plan? Yeah.
Verdeth. My good friend Verdeth.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time. Don't you think?
Interesting. Quite interesting, because Miasyn reached out recently. Shut her down. No need for that to be playing around anymore. I thought we all left that behind hundreds of years ago, but apparently someone's still clinging to the past. But if it's time to put him down, do you have a plan for when, or just show up with an army and hope that the realm doesn't fight back?
I see that I've been told things are happening. Things that I don't really care about. But there is an opportune moment that I plan to take advantage of. And I'm not asking you to understand fully. I'm just asking for a little bit of your help and for you to not stop me.
I don't intend to stop you. I don't intend to stop anyone. It's not my problem what happens down there. They have, I imagine I've made quite a name for myself, because nobody seems to care anymore, and nobody visits my temple, and it doesn't matter. So if you want to crush them, all of the hate in your heart is welcome. I don't care if it's one, I don't care if it's all of them.
What heart?
I don't know, I imagine something has to beat to keep you alive.
I don't feel anything. Weird.
Weird indeed. Do you know the day?
I do.
Do you know the location?
She'll nod grimly.
And do you plan to have me come to you to move an entire army, or are you coming here first? How logistically have you thought through this plan?
I'll give you a location.
Perfect.
You
Okay.
you have the power to move a little bit easier than I do.
I imagine your friends, as dedicated and wonderful as they are, can be a bit hard to get moving in mass unless you point them at a specific target.
It's true. But they're so hungry.
I'm sure. And how did your whole figure out who you are thing go? You seem a lot more confident in yourself.
You learn a lot. Let go. I spent so long thinking I was one thing, this being of light and devotion. But it was a lie.
Yeah. Well, good enough. If that's your answer, that's your answer. I don't care, really. You need someone pointed at, and sure. We can, make it work. And who knows, maybe it'll finally get, some old wounds to close, and she'll stop knocking at our door if her soulmate is finally out of the picture.
I don't really know if killing him will fix anything, but for me at least, maybe I'll feel something. It's been so long.
Well, you'll only know when you know. Sure, I'll help you. I won't even ask for anything in exchange. I'm just bored. Why not?
Wonderful.
Okay, so Vaelith. It has been a week and a half. It's been 10 days since you uncovered the true weakness of the Founder. And you have been placing surprises and gifts around town.
Gifts is better.
Gifts. Little presents.
Everybody gets one, I'm like Oprah.
Fantastic. You are currently on the top of a church over in the cleric district. Go ahead and roll a perception check so I know how in detail to go.
A 30.
A 30?
Yes.
I love it. Love it. Okay, so with a 30, what Vaelith sees as he's looking around is you see a good spot for another present over the wild magic zone, but you can't cast magic accurately over there. So it's better to get it prepped where you're at and take it over, because scrolls are more reliable magic source.
Sure.
And as you're doing that and prepping that up on your perch, you see off in the distance a little tabaxi wearing blue and gold that you recognize immediately as Link, walking from the wild magic zone, currently looking up at a building that is levitating about 50 feet up, 60 feet up.
I shouldn't do that.
The building is levitating, not Link. And Link, you pass by a stall. They offer you food and water.
Immediately, Link will take it and then just walk away. If they were expecting any sort of payments, Link doesn't hear him. He just kind of walks away.
No payments expected. You're in a quarantined zone, so they're handing out food because they assume that you are stuck here.
Sorry.
Just casually walking through. It's just like, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Goodbye.
You see, as you're walking down Link, you see a few small crystals protruding from the ground in the middle of the road. Doesn't make it like difficult terrain or anything. It's just crystals that are popping up like you would expect weeds to grow.
With the crystals, I'd like to just go ahead and just understand, really just describe. You'll see Link tilt his head, take a bite out of the sandwich that he had picked up. Before crouching down, his tail is going to be just above his head, just kind of waving in the air before he's going to go and touch it to see what it does.
You're touching it bare paw.
Yes.
Okay. Noted. Link touched.
No glove, all love.
No glove. Got it.
Gotta wrap it. I told you.
Link. And I now have another scene to put you in before the finale. Got it. Much love, Justin.
Anything for you, boo-boo.
As Link is wandering down towards the... Now, Vaelith, you're watching all of this. As he's distracted, Vaelith, you know you need to talk to him anyway. He was supposed to be looking for your family. So as you're watching him, are you going to continue letting him do more chaos things through the town as he's walking? Or are you going to go down and pay him a visit?
Kind of want to sit up here and see what happens.
Okie doke.
You heard him.
I sure did. Link, as you're done once you're done doing that, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. I'll use my amazing Smoking Glue Guns giant big boy die, and that's going to be an 18.
That your Arcana check's only an 18?
Yes.
Okay. You did not roll well. Okay. So, on an 18, these are the Arcano crystals. You've seen this pale blue glow before. It's been in the it's been in all the technology that comes from Tauliva. As you were wandering around Tautech before visiting Solarian the other day, just yesterday, you visited Solarian. You saw a very large version of this same crystal that they were running experiments on to see what potential the larger chunks had. But this is just a small little, 4 or 5 inch weed that kind of grew straight up and out of the road. Are you gonna pull the crystal and take it with you, or what are you gonna try and do with this rock?
After Link has touched the first one, nothing happens that really he pays attention to, so he's just kind of tink, 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 waiting for something to happen. Take a bite out of a sandwich, tink one more time, before he just gets up and moves on because he just got bored.
Okie doke. You continue on because you remember something about the hospital had a bunch of people who were claiming to hear voices and had bluish glowing skin, and that sounds interesting.
It does.
So you're going to continue to press on towards the main hospital, and as you do, a Yuan T that's glowing light blue with almost like a static electricity around them.
Mm-hmm.
Just is sitting on the ground just outside of the hospital, screaming at this entity that they are saying they see. It looks like they are talking to someone or something. And what they're saying is, "You don't control me! You're not my boss! You're not my mom!" Like that kind of shit. Like, you're not... Whatever they're yelling at is trying to provide or give them some form of control or order or something. Can't tell what. But, such is the thing that happens.
So Link is going to just casually stroll up as this person is yelling things out, take a bite out of a sandwich. He's halfway through at this point, and is just going to look down at the Yuan T, like, what you yelling at?
Their eyes, where they normally have a little bit of a yellowish color, look that pale, look like there's a very solid pale blue, like they're not seeing reality kind of appearance. Almost like you've seen when people cast magic, how their magic has a coloration to it. This is a pale blue flash across their eyes that is just clouding their vision and what they see. Go ahead and roll an insight check. I want to see if you get more than that out of it.
Alrighty, insight check. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I love it. So, with a dirty 20, Link, you can tell that the best you understand, because you've dealt with a lot of people through time, through your lifespan, made a bunch of deals. It almost looks like it's cataracts mixed with the way they're talking, like a hallucination or a vision. Because you've met oracles and visionary type things before, so this is what it looks like you're interacting with.
Huh. I think Link, when he recognizes that, is just going to go down and do a detect thoughts, and is actually going to dig in deeper into this being's mind. Link is curious as to know what the hell. What are they seeing? Like, what's that? What's that like? I'm gonna need them, if you can, make a wisdom saving throw. DC is going to be 17.
Yeah, you've got to make one too. Not 17 though; it's a higher DC for you.
Ooh, wisdom 2.
Wisdom as well.
Okay, so that is going to be a 23.
23? Okay. So you don't fully join in their hallucination vision. But you keep your own senses and your own wits about you. You don't fully succumb into what they're doing. But you do see what they're seeing in their with the detect thoughts. You see what looks to be a pale blue UNT shaped shadow that almost looks like that figure's mother. And you can hear that she's essentially saying, "Trust me. Everything will be okay. Together, we are stronger. Join me," and reaches out a hand.
With that, does that sound familiar to Link at all? That sounds like some very hive mind shit right there. And I believe it's within the possibility of him maybe potentially running into something like that.
No.
I think Link pulls away at that point and has a very intrigued look upon himself, takes another bite of a sandwich, and he's like, I don't know what kind of fucked up shit you were smoking, but I don't want any of it. Good to know, though. And then he's going to walk away as he heads towards the hospital.
As you pull out of it, you start to see, in the vision still, you did see that his hand was starting to go towards that motherly figure's hands that reached out. And yeah, if you want to go in the hospital, you are absolutely welcome to. And Vaelith, feel free to interrupt with, and Vaelith randomly joins him at any fucking point.
Well, I wanted to see if I could hide in his shadow.
Oh, you absolutely can.
Yeah, that's where I would be.
Okay. Fantastic. So, as the light shifts, Link, I need you to roll a perception check for me. As you're shifting light sources around, as the light sources are shifting around on you.
Okay, so perception. That's going to be a 15.
Okay, no, you don't notice yet.
Okay.
Inside here, yeah, inside the ER, you see people with various light blue, pale blue skin ailments. This pale blue is the same color as the Arcano crystal that you just touched. And some of them seem to be having a little bit of slight electrical sparking. You do see a couple of Warforged in here who look like they are overpowered at that moment. Like, the amperage that's running through their body is twice what they're used to. And out of them you see an Arcano crystal that was stuck in their foot.
I think Link is going to walk up to one of those Warforged and just kind of tap, 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 and then look up at this being, and it's just hi, how's it going? Quick question for you. I don't see many of you very often. There's also that crystal that's in you. How are you feeling? How's that going for you? I saw a dude outside that was tripping balls like you wouldn't believe. I'm just curious to know how that's working for you.
The power is immense. Explosion is imminent.
Right. Explode. Is that innuendo for something?
Yes, bursting with power. you're getting short 3-word answers, and normally any Warforged from Taliva are more eloquent than this. But because they're jacked up, their mental capacities did not jack up to meet the rest of them.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you to some privacy, Mr. Warforged. You have a lovely day. Probably go to the bathroom for whatever's about to happen. And he just kind of like walks away over and tries to find like someone of the nursing or the medical staff just to kind of like get an idea as to what the hell's going on.
There is a nurse over in light brown scrubs. And he's shaved on the sides, but he's got a nice long braid in the back going down. A couple of ear piercings, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns to you and is like, "Are you okay? Have you been experiencing voices, blue skin, anything?"
Takes a bite out of a sandwich. No, I've just actually been curious about everything that's going on over here. I've noticed those same things. I'm kind of like wondering what's going on. It seems like it's kind of a bad trip, although I don't know if that's... And he's going to point to that same Warforged he was just talking to. If that is necessarily a bad trip, though good... There's still a lot to unpack, but we're not here for that. So what the hell is all this?
Have you consumed any water or been impaled by or touched in any ungloved capacity any of the Arcano crystals that you see around this area?
Is that a bad thing?
That's a yes then.
No, is that a bad thing? Question.
Because of the pale blue coloring, the doctors are currently under the assumption that the crystals and this issue are linked, yes.
Oh, then no. I've just been seeing them around, seeing people tripping balls over them, but that's about it.
Roll a deception check.
That is a 22.
You beat the 12 he has. You beat the 12 on insight. So, he's like, okay, good. Then, how did you get through? You're not one of the leaders of the city. I don't see a pass on you. How did you get into the quarantine area without
Listen, Kyle, listen. Look, we could talk about these kinds of things, but we really just need to get down to the hard questions that need to be asked. And that is what the hell is going on here?
Is there a vase nearby?
There can be, yes.
Can I smash the vase?
You absolutely can. As he's looking down and checking his badge, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that is my name." Like, he was like, "Wait, you don't know me. How did you actually get my name right?"
Yeah, I think Vaelith at that point smashes the vase, and then like right behind Link, we're like, "So what you doing?"
Link is gonna look over and then look back at Vaelith and then be like, okay, Steve, we gotta go, but we'll talk here in a little bit. Okay, bye. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah, he's with me, Steve, by the way. How you doing?
I'm good. You're not in charge. How did you get through?
Brian, minor questions. Look, we're going to go ahead and take up a room and have a conversation. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. John, you have an amazing day. Keep a... And then Link's just going to start walking over to some random room that he can see. That's like lights are off and no one's in there.
And John, Steve, and Brian are all behind the counter looking at you like, how the fuck does this guy know our names? Like, you can't even see their badges, and you didn't even look at them or make eye contact with them. And they're just like, wait. So he goes over to talk, Kyle goes over to talk to the four of them like, wait, the fuck was this? What is going on here? As you guys go into a cry room, where there were babies at one point, but right now there are not any babies in this room. So it's a soundproof room.
Mm-hmm.
So you have some privacy.
I see you've been a busy bee.
I've been something. I don't think a bee is one of them, but I have been something, yes.
So, yeah. About that, how busy have you been?
And then you're gonna see, like, Link just kind of have a, like a mile, the 500-yard stare as, like, he recounts everything that has gone by in the last bit before snapping back. It's like, oh, I found out a couple things here and there, nothing too drastic. How's things been for you? Things have really gone off the deep end since people really tried to, like, you know?
That's nothing new. It's always every century a whole new person trying to kill me.
Yeah, I think this one actually, Solarian kind of, like, really has been taking things, like, really, like I've seen some people, like, like, let the power go straight to their head, but it's just like, ooh, and it's just like,
Yeah. People just don't understand that with great power comes great melons. One day you'll understand.
Yeah. Definitely great melons. Anyway, fun fact, I figured out a couple things, right? One of them happens to involve our former boss, I guess.
Former boss.
Yeah, what is it? Anyway, so I met up for a coffee shop, and he thought he can kind of pull a fast one, but you know me, can't really pull anything on me when I pretty much kind of have things playing and going on to the point where I can pretty much pick on a lot of things. Anyway, not important. My arrival here, me being here in your world was apparently a game to him. This was actually very intentional. I'm minding my business, and whatever the hell this man did was give. I don't. He's over with. Anyway, don't worry about it. But yeah, no. Apparently that was, like, really intentional, and he really wanted to have me here to play a game of chess, but not like the chess game like that you all play with, like, the figurines, but like real, like, political, some real world shit here. And so, big thing that I can tell you, because this, trust me, I know, like, we're walking the dog a little bit further off the beaten path, but here's a destination. I obviously know where your family is.
No facial expressions.
You will not actually believe where they're at. It's kind of fucked up if you think about it, but yeah, I know where your family's at. I just need one thing from you.
He just looks at you.
I just need one thing from you, and I will let you know where your family's at.
One thing from me, which is...
Yes. Can you say that you're my friend?
No.
Pretty please?
What for? Because if there's anything that I've learned from watching you, there's always a hidden truth to something. So, out with the truth.
Because it would mean something near and dear to my heart to hear someone that I did not deliberately attempt to kill say, hey, you're my friend.
Can I roll a deception?
Sure can.
Or an insight, not me deceiving, but me.
Yeah, you can roll an insight.
An insight. There we go. I was like, wait, I'm not trying to deceive. I'm trying to see if he's deceiving me. That dice tell. 33.
You can tell that despite Link putting on the very massive, cute kitty eyes, he actually is telling the truth. There is no deception in that. He literally just wants to hear you say you're his friend.
I think at this point, Vaelith is it's not a thing against Link. It's more of a trust issue. He doesn't trust anyone. So I think he's going to dig in further and try to figure out if Link is going to give any insight to his past for him to be able to trust you even further. So I think at this moment, Vaelith is going to, again, no facial expression. He's just going to give you a blank stare. And you'll see him kind of just look down and look back at you. And then try to figure you out, because if there's anyone who's been the most annoying in the Ravencourt to him, has been you, but you've also been a very trusted person that he's trusted you with his true form and searching for his family.
Yeah.
So he's gonna, I'm assuming there are windows and it's nighttime outside?
It can be daytime. That's fine. Daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter what time of day it is.
He's going to hide behind the curtain then. He's going to hide behind the curtain. And I think... okay, I'm going to paint a picture for you. So, I think Vaelith at this point kind of just walks over. Again, no facial expressions, and he walks towards the window. And in my head... the way that I see this window, it has curtains, but there's a sliver of light that passes through because there are two curtains, one on either side, blocking the sun. And there's a small piece of light that walks through. And correct me if I'm wrong, or if this doesn't sound right, but I think Vaelith would probably look at the sunlight and he stick out his hand and into the sunlight and just watch as some of that sun starts to burn some of his skin, and he'll look over to Link and be like, I've lived a lifetime, many of centuries.
Yes.
The warmth of the sun has always escaped me since then.
Ha.
So why do you seek friendship?
Because that seems like a thing that people in this world gravitate towards, and it gives me a feeling of like I belong here, which is interesting, and I'm here for it. So I figure I ask if you would say that you're my friend.
He's going to continue holding out his hand over the sunlight, watching as the sun continues to sizzle his hand. And then he'll look over to Link and extend that same exact hand over to Link. And at this point, you could probably see second and third degree burns on his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll reach out to you and say, "You want friendship?"
Yeah.
Then I consider you more than friend.
And then Link is going to go over and essentially paint a picture here real quick. It's this very serious scene of Vaelith doing the hand extended out, but Link is just out of frame. And then next thing you know, cartoonishly, Link comes in, arms and legs fully extended, and inserted into the scene onto Vaelith in like a full-on hug. And he says, "This makes me feel so good. Your family is back at your home. The founder's just been an asshole and just hid them from you in your plain sight. He's such a dick. Thank you, friend."
Why are you crying?
Because this feels so good. And you haven't tried to kill me yet, so that's even better.
Why would I need to kill you?
It's minor details, but still.
You'll see him still kind of, Vaelith, still hand extended and awkwardly just accepting the hug from Link and just looks down. And at this point, I think, for story purposes, right, you could feel Vaelith. He's cold, Link. Obviously, being undead. But as you continue to hold on to him, something feels warm, as if there was actual warm blood going through his veins. And he was alive, but it could be a trick in your head. Could not. Who knows?
Nope.
Maybe.
Doesn't matter. It's Link is just like fully embracing it. He's just like, yeah, he's my friend. You said it, and it's not killed me yet.
So I think at this point, Vaelith again just kind of almost fatherly. Does Link have long hair?
I think of it just like just a short-haired cat. Yes, right. I'm not a cat person, so I imagine that there's long-haired and short-haired cats.
So he'd be awkwardly just kind of not petting you because that's weird, but he'll kind of pat you, kind of like there,
like a there, yeah.
Yeah, it's more like a there, like okay, and then he'll look at you and kind of reassuringly just grabs you from your hand and extends you away from him. Not in a malicious way or in an angry way, but more of like, kind of get away from me. Like,
yeah, no, that's totally fair.
It's like, okay, that's enough love. But he's going to look at you, not surprised, but more disappointed. And I think you're going to see him turn around for just a second and look at the window. And not seem disappointed, but he is. And he's not disappointed at anyone else except for himself. So he may turn around and you'll see Vaelith kind of turn around and open his mouth just adjacent just for a second and close his mouth again and not say a word again. And you'll hear kind of a grumble, a very low growl. And in that growl, you'll hear the words, if you listen intently, thank you will come out.
Link will just smile and nod and just say, yeah, he was a real dick. He said it very smugly that what is the best way to fuck with somebody is by not actually doing... It's something along those lines. It's really fucked up stuff. I'm just like, dude, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, your family's back at your home, so it's like if you want to, I think the thing is that he has some sort of incantation, so it's like no matter if you try and go back there, I think you just have to figure out a way to overcome that incantation to allow you to see them or find, because they should be. You said, yeah, that they never left, that they've always been at their home where you know them to be. So if you go back there and get rid of this incantation, then you should be reunited with your family.
Link. And you're going to see him stare over at you. Thank you for finding them.
No problemo. Happy to help.
Don't know if they're still alive or if they're frozen in time. But
no, they're still alive. It's just, again, the whole incantation is you can't see them, and then you're gonna see like Link take his hand and just kind of like go in his face, like waving it up and down and say, yeah, so like they're there, they haven't left, it's just he's cursed you to believe, to think like they've gone someplace when he's just been a lazy bastard.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you, Link. I don't know what the future will hold, but if anything were to happen to me, I need you to either, if they die, bury them for me, or if they live, make sure they know that I never stopped looking for them.
It's a little morbid, but yes, I will do that for you, friend. Finger guns, as Link points it over at Vaelith.
Yeah, that's still weird.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, Vaelith is kind of just thinking to himself, and as promised, you have that room. And he kind of tosses a key towards Justin for his friend that needs to be put away.
Thank you. And you'll see as Link will hold the key up, and a string will appear and wrap, go through like the keyhole before it makes itself into that of a necklace, and then take its place around Link's neck as he smiles like, good to know. Right now, there's a little bit of, he's being utilized for scientific purposes.
What you do with him is your business, not mine.
Good point. Then we'll leave it at that.
You held your end of the bargain, so I will hold mine.
Sweet. So what do we do now, bestie?
Well, still weird. I'm going to...
It will get better over time.
Yeah, it's still weird, Igor. I will, yeah, by the way, you lied to that person at the counter. Yeah, you might want to check yourself out eventually.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. It's no big deal. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah, nothing will ever, never mind.
Exactly. So, it's fine.
This is weird. What's a friend?
It's only as weird as you make it out to be.
Alright, okay. Alright. Are there more of you anywhere?
On this plane of existence, no. Unless there's a deal being struck, but majority of the time, well, that's neither here nor there. But no, for the sake of the question that you're asking.
Well, what is your plans then, Link?
Link's gonna take a quick second, scratch his chin, rub it, squint his eyes as he looks off into the ceiling before he says, I don't know, I'm just gonna keep looking around until I get bored and then find my way to somewhere else. It wasn't that long ago, like I said, I was in Solarian's office. He really should actually probably up his security, because I literally just walked in, no one stopped me. No one even asked if I even worked here. I don't, but still, it's just come on, you just see this random cat walk on in, or you're not gonna say anything? Oh, okay.
Solarian is young and naive. The power will go to his head.
So, I think, there's conversations going on about stuff. Whatever those are.
Yeah, probably my demise. Doesn't surprise me, though.
I don't know. I've just been hanging out with Morwen lately, so it's just if there's anything else going on, I don't know. No one's really talking to me about anything, so... yeah, no.
Well, there. Off I go. I must go through my things, and you take care there, friend.
You too, bestie. Have a good one. I'll catch you later.
You're gonna see Vaelith walk out the door, and then he's gonna acknowledge Steve, Brian, Jack, and Taylor, or whatever. Okay. But he's gonna acknowledge them all in the wrong names. So he's like, alright, see you later there, Brian. And Taylor, Jack, David. It's nice seeing you guys. Keep up the good work. Sorry about the vase there. You'll hear from somebody soon for payment. Yeah. Bye. And he's gonna leave. He's just gonna leave.
Okay. Where does Vaelith go?
At this point, he's gonna keep doing his thing.
Okay. So you get to a precariously placed monastery that one of your gifts would take care of nicely.
This is a good place. I see. Yes, this will do nicely. And then he places a little...
You place the spell scroll on the side of the building, and you continue moving down to a couple others.
Yes.
Hello, heroes! Eric here. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Somebody's Heroes. If you did, be sure to follow us over on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss the latest chapter. Got a favorite moment, a fan theory, or just something to say about the episode? We would love to hear from you in the comments. And we hope that you'll join us next Tuesday as we march closer to the fall of Tauliva.